Okay. So, hi, Jasmine, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, I had already sent the consent form to you via email, so I assume that you read that.
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. So just to go over everything one more time, and have you sign it today. Everything that goes on in the session is completely confidential unless you tell me that you're gonna harm yourself, harm someone else, or that someone is harming you, or unless I get a court order and I have to release your files. And all of your records will be kept sealed away, and I will keep them up until 3 years after termination of therapy. We already went over your individual fees, so if you have any questions.
No.
Okay, cool, so you can just go ahead and read that over and sign it
Okay, thank you.
on the next page. Okay, perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, so what brings you in today?
Well, I'm here because I'm feeling anxious a lot. I'm just always anxious, pretty much.
Okay, can you tell me more about this anxious feeling?
Yeah, okay, so I wake up and I'm already anxious when I wake up. And I just go throughout the whole day feeling anxious and like stressed out because I just have so many things that I'm thinking about. Like I'm always just in my head thinking about school, my practicum, in my house, with my family. So it's just like a lot of stuff.
Okay, so it sounds like this anxiety is coming from everything that's going on in your environment. It seems like there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that's going on, and I just feel like it's just difficult for me to figure out all the things I need to do. Like with school, I need to do all my work and the projects, and then with my practicum, I need to practice all the skills that we have to use. Like, I want to get better. But then at home, which is what worries me the most, is my my mom is a single mom, and I have 2 other sisters, and I'm kind of like helping her with my sisters, like co-parenting or whatever. And it's just really stressful doing that because I'm not sure how to go about that.
Okay, so it just seems like you have a lot going on in your environment. You have school and you have work, and you're also co-parenting with your mom, which is a very stressful thing for you. Seems like your anxiety is just coming from being overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly. I want to focus on my school, but then I feel bad about when I'm focusing on school and not helping my mom with my sisters.
So it's almost a guilty feeling also.
Exactly. I just start feeling really guilty. Like I should be able to do both my school and my practicum and also help my mom with my sisters. But then at the same time, my sisters are my age. So it's like, should I be like helping? I mean, I want to help my mom, but it's like, shouldn't my sisters also be helping?
Okay. So, just to make sure I understand clearly, you're having all this anxiety and guilt because you feel like you have all these things to do in your life and you want to help your mom out because she also has a lot on her plate, but you're thinking that maybe your sisters should also be helping out a little more too, so it's not all on you and your mom.
Exactly. They're just putting it all on me and my mom.
Okay.
They're old enough to help us too, to pull their own weight. Like I feel like they're not considering us. Like I know they have their stuff too that they want to do. Like me, that they have their school and their work, and they want to focus on that stuff, but so do I. So I don't know why they can't consider my stuff too.
Right. So tell me about some of the things that you've tried to voice this out to them, to make this issue known to them.
Well, I've told one of my sisters, I'll tell them I guess I'm not being very straightforward with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just telling them, like, oh, I told my sister, like, oh, if you have a lot of stuff in the laundry room, like, the clothes hanging. So my mom or I will do the laundry, and then we'll hang the clothes, and everybody's supposed to come and get the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so my sister will leave it's full, and we can't do any more laundry because it's full of her clothes. So I'll tell her, like, I guess beating around the bush, the laundry room's full of your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just, like, beat around the bush with both of them. With the other one, too, I'll be like, oh, your dog is, because she leaves her dog.
Mm-hmm.
Her dog she has a dog, it's her dog, but she doesn't take care of it because she's never home. So, like, your dog is here, and you're not doing anything with the dog, or my mom, I'll be like, my mom's back hurts and you guys know this, but you guys aren't cooperating or helping.
So you're not being super direct with them. You're sort of going around it, telling them in other ways, and they just don't seem to be understanding it too much.
Yeah, they're not getting it. But I guess they're not getting my beating around the bush, and I should be more direct, because they're obviously not getting it.
Right.
So maybe I should be just telling them, like, how I feel about them not helping. Like, how it's affecting me, I guess.
Right, so you want to go ahead and voice those opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you seem like you're extremely responsible and caring for doing all that you do, and for also taking care of helping out with your mom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's just really hard for me to communicate. My communicating is not that great. I'm, like, I guess, kind of scared to talk to people, like, when it has to do with me.
Okay, so it seems like you're saying that you have issues almost with confrontation with other people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even with those close to you that you feel comfortable with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think more with the people that I'm close to.
Okay.
Especially talking about, like, how I have to voice what I feel. Like, I would have to, I guess, to be direct, I would have to tell her, like, I feel like you guys aren't cooperating or considering me and my mom. Mm-hmm. But that's really hard for me to say that to them.
Tell me about why you think it's harder, why confrontation is harder for you with people that are close to you as opposed to maybe, like, further friends. Or...
I guess, I don't like letting people in. Like, when I see people are too close, I usually run. I don't let them in. But then people that are already close to me, I'm guessing it's because I don't want them to see, like, well, in the case of my sisters, since I'm, like, I know I'm not, like, their mom or nothing, but I see myself like a mom-ish figure besides my mom. It's like a second mom for them. Mm-hmm. So I kind of don't want them to see me kind of, like, I guess I don't know how else to explain it, like, weak.
Like, vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you're afraid to let other people see your vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
It's, like, hard for me to let them kind of ask for help, basically. Because it's like I'm so used to being tough for everyone. And
so you're very independent.
Mm-hmm. And to be able to, I'm always since we were little, I was always a tough one. I was always taking care of them. So it would be very hard for me to now kind of, like, take a step back from that, from what I'm used to doing, and then telling them that I need help.
Okay, so it seems like you've taken on this role of maybe a supporter, caregiver, being that person that's next to your mom the whole time, and, like, your sisters have maybe gotten used to you being that person. Mm-hmm. And now you're having a difficult time having them step up and also be a little bit of that person too.
Yeah.
Okay, and this seems to be all tied in and affecting you with your anxiety and your guilt and the schoolwork and all the other stuff that you have to get done. It's just a lot on your plate.
Yeah, because if they can't, like, I have so much stuff that I have to do at home, and if they can't help me with that, then it ties into my school stuff, because I also have to do with my school things. So I'm just like, I guess, stressed out with balancing all that stuff, and I feel like the first thing I would have to do is figure out home, because my school stuff is just, I have to do that on my own. Like, that's not something that I could get help from.
So you're thinking that maybe if everything was better at home, then you wouldn't be so stressed out about school and other things because you would just have more time all around.
Exactly. If I could at least get help there, then I would have more time.
Right.
To do my schoolwork and my practicum stuff and practice and stuff.
Okay. So you had mentioned previously that maybe this was something that you wanted to try and be more direct with.
Yeah. I think I really need to start being more direct when I talk to my sisters. And I've tried to start doing that, like at home. I mean, not at home, sorry. Like with my friends. And like at school with people, because I'm very, like I said before, I don't let people in. So I'm like, I've been letting people in, and like it's very scary.
It's scary for you.
But I'm trying.
So for you, being more direct is almost parallel to letting people in.
Yeah.
Just because being more direct, you're expressing what you actually feel.
Exactly.
So you think that being more direct with friends and people at work is kind of a way for you to move on to being more direct with your sisters?
Yeah, it's like a stepping stone.
Right.
So that I could kind of get used to it, maybe, get better at it, and then start at home. Like, I guess like a year ago, I was really, really bad. Like, I was with someone for 3 years and I didn't even let him in. Like, he didn't know a lot of things about me. So it's like back a year ago, I was very different than what I am now. So I see that I'm at least taking some steps.
So you feel like there's been a significant change from a year ago up until now, and you see this because you were in a long-term relationship with someone who you feel really didn't know you as well.
And sorry,
no, you're fine.
I feel like he didn't know me, but that's my fault. Like, I didn't let him in. But you would, like, it's for someone to be with you for 3 years, they should know things. So that's like, it's like how, I guess, a way of how I'm comparing myself now to myself back then. Because, like, I was with someone for 3 years and they didn't know much about me. And then, like, I've just met people in the program that I just met them and they know stuff about me more. Like, I'm able to open up to them more than I was with someone that was really close to me a year ago.
Okay. So you definitely consider that you're taking big steps towards opening up a little more. And you seem to be almost like happy about that you're making progress.
Yes. I'm very happy about that because that's something I've been always wanting to work on for a long time. So I guess it's little steps with people outside. I mean, big steps with people outside of my family, but it's a good, I guess, first move for my house, which is what I really need or want.
Right, so you feel like you're definitely making your way there towards that progress.
Yeah. I feel that will help me.
Okay, well, we're reaching the end of our session, so just to make sure I understand everything that we went over today, you're feeling a lot of anxiety throughout the day, and you're feeling guilt because you want to be able to get all the stuff you need, all your responsibilities done, but also be there for your mom and be there for your sisters. And that seems to be very difficult for you because you just have so much going on in your personal life, and you want to be able to give 100% to your family life, and it's just all compiling into one because you wish your sisters would help you out a little more. And you also expressed some issues with being able to be more open and more direct with the people that you're working towards. So I feel like this was a really good session, and if you agree with everything I just said, we can go ahead and talk about maybe some homework or something that we can do for the next session in order to help you make your way towards what you'd like to do, which is being more direct with other people.
Mm-hmm.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.